major systems are responsible for the body's functions: skeletal, muscular, cardiovascular, nervous, endocrine, lymphatic, respiratory, digestive, urinary, reproductive. The skeletal, muscular, cardiovascular, and nervous systems in particular create an infrastructure that facilitates the other systems. The adult skeletal system is a framework of over 200 bones.
Central nervous system. The central nervous system is the control center of the body. It consists of the brain and the spinal cord, and is responsible for processing and integrating sensory information, controlling movement, and coordinating the body's functions.
Watch until the end of the video to uncover the mysteries of the human brain. The human brain controls nearly every aspect of our body, from physiological functions to cognitive abilities. It sends and receives signals through neurons, the fundamental units of the brain and nervous system. An adult brain weighs between 1 kilogram to 1.5 kilograms and contains up to 100 billion neurons. Together with the spinal cord, the brain forms the central nervous system.
Do all this. Self-driving cars do not require a driver to get from A to B. The technology in and on the vehicle is the driver. The technology includes many sensors, such as LiDAR sensors, ultrasonic sensors, cameras, and radar sensors. The sensors are located at the front and the rear of the vehicle. Cameras and LiDAR sensors are also frequently found on the roof. Without them, the vehicle would be virtually blind. LiDAR is a key component in many vehicles. LiDAR works similar to radar. LiDAR, however, does not use radio waves, but many light rays that are reflected by the objects in the surroundings and detected by the LiDAR sensor. In this way, a point cloud is generated from the environment. However, LiDAR does not recognize road signs. Cameras use artificial intelligence to recognize and interpret street signs. Cameras are also used to detect obstacles and are needed for lane keeping. Neither LiDAR nor cameras can handle fog. Do all this. Self-driving cars do not require a driver to get from A to B. The technology in and on the vehicle is the driver. The technology includes many sensors, such as LiDAR sensors, ultrasonic sensors, cameras, and radar sensors. The sensors are located at the front and the rear of the vehicle. Cameras and LiDAR sensors are also frequently found on the roof. Without them, the vehicle would be virtually blind. LiDAR is a key component in many vehicles. LiDAR works similar to radar. LiDAR, however, does not use radio waves, but many light rays that are reflected by the objects in the surroundings and detected by the LiDAR sensor. In this way, a point cloud is generated from the environment. However, LiDAR does not recognize road signs. Cameras use artificial intelligence to recognize and interpret street signs. Cameras are also used to detect obstacles and are needed for lane keeping. Neither LiDAR nor cameras can handle fog. In this situation, radar is needed for forward collision warning and avoidance. A major disadvantage of radar, however, is that the objects must be large enough to be detected. Pedestrians or cyclists may therefore not be recognized by radar. The exact position of the vehicle is determined by GPS and highly accurate digital maps. Digital maps contain a lot of information, including information such as intersection signs and speed limits. Since GPS cannot always be guaranteed, for example in tunnels and street cameras,
how do self-driving cars use LiDAR? Unlike radar, which uses radio waves, LiDAR uses laser light pulses to scan an environment. Basically, LiDAR fires millions of laser signals per second. The signals reflect off object surfaces and return to a receiver. The receiver then creates 3D models of the objects near the car. LiDAR senses in higher resolution than radar, so it can identify objects better. That's why the car's computer can better predict how a given object might behave. But LiDAR is expensive, and its kryptonite is certain conditions like fog or dust.
Wondered what a laser looks like under the microscope? This is a laser diode that I removed from a fiber optic transceiver. It has a photodiode over here, and the laser diode is on this side. The plus and minus will come in handy later. From this view, you can see that the photodiode is mounted behind the laser. From what I've read, this is to help tune and control the output of the laser. And this small silicon chip is the laser diode. If I apply voltage across the diode and look at it under the microscope, we can see it turn on. This is probably a good time to point out that you definitely
to learn lathe construction and working principle. First, we will see the function of the tailstock. Tailstock is used to secure and support the free end of a workpiece while it is being machined. Tailstock can move towards the headstock. For holding workpieces, we can move the dead center by rotating the hand wheel. To lock the dead center, we pull that level. Now the tailstock is fit to hold the workpiece. Carriage plays an important on lathe operation. Carriage is moved between tailstock and headstock. It also holds tools. It also has a feed wheel lock lever. The main component of the carriage is shown above. Carriage component moves their movement as shown. Saddle, cross slide, and compound rest move their axes for the machining. In lathe operation, workpiece rotate and tool move front and back like that. Spindle give rotation to workpiece. Behind the spindle, some mechanism like step pulley and back gear used to rotate workpiece. The belt drive and back gear used for give different rotation as well torque. Electric motor pulley and step cone pulley connected through the belt. 2 step cone pulley used for transfer the power with different torque and speed. 1 pulley connected to spindle and other pulley connected with motor. Both pulley connected with flat belt.
X-axis, your Z-axis controls, as well as your power feed. Right. Your X-axis measures and cuts your diameter. Your Z-axis measures and cuts your length. Now you also have a power feed here as well. You set your controls for a certain feed rate. Turn on your lathe by lifting this red handle up. That turns it on clockwise.